Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil and today is part 2 of the set of servicing videos. So, what's happened since you were last here? Not much. Shear bar is out, so this is the shear bar here. So, just have to get a new shear bar. And the smooth roller is sitting in where you have to wait for bearing. So rollers are ready to go back together there now, so have to do that. And the front mower is all back together, so all panels back, everything is back. We just need to get our 5 or 6 tines, our conditioner tines to go on it. The guard is now bet up, welded, giving us lots of clearance, so that should be a good job. So it's just about ready to go out of the shed. That has to head for Wilton Skip. So here's a wheelbarrow of
stuff that has to spin at high speed.
Yeah.
Everything in that wheelbarrow bar, the shear bar has to spin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all the new knives.
Put the wheel of the wheelbarrow.
There's a bit of weight in it, alright.
Okay.
So that was delivered there this morning. So
that's for the jigsaw for the afternoon.
pour it into the jag.
A wheelbarrow parts.
All for the just the chopping unit, nothing
That's
else.
all, yeah, that's all. There's nothing else there. That's all the bolts. The threaded bars to hold the blades.
Yeah.
And then all the edge protectors and the knives. And yeah, big jigsaw.
So we have to just have the yard tidied out there now, so just have to scrape it down. So I have to take off the transport box upon the yard scraper, and there we go. Transport box is on because we are using the 35, or as it's now called, the red gator. The reason it's called the red gator is Liv really wanted to get a gator this year, but we couldn't really stretch the budget to get one, so we start calling this the red gator, so now she can say she has a gator. So yeah, but anyway, on the yard scraper now, we're using it to get down the bottoms to feed calves because you can't get down the Jeep. You can see with the wheels, it's mucky and wet down there. But anyways, on the yard scraper, get the yard scrapped, and then we're ready to start bringing in trailers. I think I'll probably do the load and shovel first, get hip washed that way. When Father Phil finishes with the jag, he can move straight on to the load and shovel and doesn't have to wait for me to wash it. I think that's the best plan. Anyways, to get this old girl fired up. Oh. So now that scrapped out. Now, for those of you wondering why is that like that, there's a drain just in there and it's blocked, and it is constantly blocked. You're cleaning it and it blocks again in the next heavy shower because the way the water falls off the rest of the yard falls down into there. Very frustrating, very frustrating. But one of the things on my long-term plan that I'd like to do is get that all risen up, that instead of the water gathering and sitting there, that it redirects it. Instead of the water going next to the wall, keep it out 10-15 foot and get to flow down and down the rest of the yard to the other larger drains that'll take it for going to the reed bed's job. Get the load and shovel started and get it cleaned down, because obviously the last things it was at dung, so we need our spick and span now, especially if we're going to get its new tires, easier to work on. Done. This is a matter. Top it after. Up and away.
tonight was born to fight. Mythical, so mystical, think what you like. You could be the sword, the shield, defender of the people down below. You know I fall for love. You know I fall for love. You know I fall for love.
So, just after coming in, had to get a few spanners to open a panel on the loading shovel to get it sorted. Anyways, Father Phil is just putting in the new shear bar now. So that is it there. New shear bar. And he's just getting the torque. What was it? A torque wrench. Torque spanner. No, it's not spanner.
Yeah, it's called a torque wrench, torque spanner, yeah.
Yeah, set up. And you bought that especially for
this.
So it's to make sure that everything is set to the right tightness.
Oh yeah, everything has to be to the right tightness.
That's a very important part. It's all to do with part of some of the machine safety features, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
in the breakaways.
If you had misfortune of hitting a stone and you were fit to get her stopped, the stone will push back the knife so far.
Yeah.
But only so far.
Yeah. Now, all washed, every bit of it, inside and out. Now, the windows, yeah, well, inside the cab, I have quite a bit of cleaning to do. Not the most important thing in the world, getting everything mechanically fit is the most important, but the outside windows are washed, but they need a good scrub, so I'll be getting the hot washer at the house and get that done and do that little bit better a job. The rest of it is washed. Tires are dirty, there's an awful lot of muck on them, so I'm going to bring it out into a field of grass and drive, and that should get rid of the dirt off the wheels. But what I'm after here anyways is these. These are them. So I can't remember, because one of them was from the silage. We pulled out silage, but this is one anyways. This one was from out of the silage pit that we lost in our own. We lost the two we lost in our own pit, so it wasn't so bad. But they have to be back on. We also have a spare one here. Wait. It's coming out. Don't ask me where it was. But now what Father Phil said we might do is we'll get one of them machine that it'll fit into that one there, because we've been missing that one quite some time. Now they have a larger hole than that there, but if we can get one of them machine down and pop it in there, and it'll be that little bit extra. So bring this over to the house. There is reasons going over to the house is to get its service, oil changed, whatnot, and there's 2 weeping pipes have to be seen to, and then it should be going off for its tires. Fingers crossed, tires are ordered, but we don't know whether they come in time or not. But anyways, right over to the house for doing next after the jag is finished.
Yep.
Time to go retrieve something that hasn't been seen in a long time. So, we are here to bring home the 3690. At least she's been lying in a shed for the last couple of months, but what we have to do, have a tire to pump with one back end oil. That tire is well soft. Have to put the battery back in at 2, brought the battery home to charge it. And the issue with the tractor, the reason you have not seen it in so long and I've not got to drive it, is because there's a major oil leak in the back end. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Cross shaft seals are gone and she is like a sieve. Give it a couple of days and it'll drain the back end. So we need to get the rake home to get it serviced, washed, ready to go. John Moore will come home later, because our first few jobs farmers mow themselves, so there's no big panic on the mower yet, but the rake is the first thing out the door. So we need to get home, and I need to get this home, and depending on how we go on for the rest of the week, we may get the 3690 done on Saturday. We may get her fixed. Now, she won't be in use till we get that problem fixed, because it's a pain in the hole, the amount of oil it'll lose, and just constantly filling it, draining it to try not waste oil. So that is one thing with it. There will be 4 of us serving machines on Saturday. Hopefully we'll get round to it. There'll be 4 of us at machines. Liv and Uncle Ian will be looking after the calves, and that is the plan. But that'll be in the next video. But anyways, we better get her topped up, pumped up battery in and get her fired up. Now, all that's left to do is put in the battery. It's a long way up. Also, the whole floor in here is rotten from having a battery in it. That's a job I think we said before. We'll try and get the battery under the step where it's in modern tractors and replace the floor in this. But for the time being, there's not much we can do. We'll just get slid in here now. I have a strap there as well to strap it onto. A piece of wood in there to make sure it's not rubbing on any metal, and a strap around it, but we'll get it all tightened up. We'll see how it goes. Moment of truth. After 5 months of lying, will she start? Oh, please start, girl. I have lights. Don't let me down. Listen to that, lads. She breathes again. I was hoping I was going to do that, because I just want to say one thing. I stayed very quiet when Adrian from My Farm We Farm and Jerry from Jerry 6420 were on about their case and John Deere battle, which was easy start and all that. Lads, get out of the way. Massey is king of the heap. Over 5 months lying, first turn of the key, she was away. Get away with your cases and your John Deere's. Massey's the only way to go. Anyways, I gotta just tidy up myself and we are ready to hit the road. Oh, yes, she's running. Oh, I miss that sound so much. Oh, this is going to be a trick above my best to get out here. Everything was put in nice and snugly. Very much nice and snugly. A bit of fun with this one now. Just home. So we'll go in and check see how Father Phil's getting on before I go in to watch the rake. I'm not going to watch the tractor this time. As you can see, my sticky tape from doing the Christmas lights is still on. I want to get that off without taking the paint off and then wash it. I might have to get wet to help get that off. A little bit of a pain. Also, there's some very big surprises that come for the tractor, but that's for another video. But just to remind you the noise she makes. Oh. It's great to have her back. Anyways, hopefully we get her sorted now Saturday. So, new knives are going in. So you can see these 2 little pieces of metal. They're for setting the distance between the knives and the shear bar.
My way of doing it.
Yeah. So, they're just getting tightened on with that and be torqued after when we get them all in. Just a handy video. What way do you torque them? That's also a new tool. He bought another small power tool.
Magic.
Milwaukee, so he make it easier doing the pickups. The big one is a bit big. But what do you torque them to with the torque bar? Well, I'll probably catch it later on anyways.
You catch it later on because you'll be on the end of it.
Okay. Let's make her clean. And now the rake is clean. Fold her up and bring her over. So now we're here. The new rake pilot is here. Bro is going to be hard at it this year. So run through some of what we have to do. We have to tidy up the shafts on the PTO covers. That has to be done. Full grease. We have the other side has one bent arm, and I think we have one of these bent on the other side. So me and bro are going to run through everything, just double check everything so that we can put in the order for our stuff so we can have it tomorrow or the next day. I think we need a lock of tines. There's some of the tines that side are off. Yeah, we have to, the PTO covers them. We'll try and tidy them up as best we can. There's a new seal has to go into the gearbox at the end. Grease. So this one here is bent. Now this got bent in a tree, not bent by hitting something, because if they ever get bent by hitting something, they'll always turn up and catch that. Whereas this got hit by a tree and it's just the different kind of a twist that it gets. So, Father Phil is just greasing the smooth roller bearings with a needle.
Yeah.
Or is there a proper name for it?
Needle.
Ready? Yeah?
Yeah, go on. We're just packing them packed tight of grease to make sure that they're full before we start. Come on, keep going. Don't want to pull on that needle now.
Struggling there, bro?
I'm not struggling. I'm just going nice and slowly.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Don't press it, bro.
I want to see the grease start coming out. That's all you need.
So how are you on at that now? Just about ready to put back in, or?
Half an hour.
Half an hour. Knives all in, bar the two.
Bar the two we're missing.
And to torque it.
And the torque it, your job.
My job. Also, don't press it.
There you go.
Bro is busy getting the lights working. How are you getting on, bro? Backlights all working now?
I may as well show you.
You might as well get in there and do it.
Better work this time. I'm not very happy.
So, he's at that. I'm greasing down. I have one. This side is greased. New drive shaft cover on. Just have to do the other side. Yeah. Indicate this side. Yeah. Indicate the other side. Look at that.
Hey!
All working. Yeah. So, bro, you do the front ones on it now, and I'll go back to my greasing. So, bro is just cleaning the front lights to get them working. So, what you have to do, bro?
Yeah, once you take out the little bulb here for this, you spray it with the air hose.
And to clean it.
Clean it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you get a sharp object to clean these.
That one's quite dirty, the connectors. And you spray a bit of WD-40 and then clean it again. You might want to get a bit of sandpaper, bro. That bottom one is very rusty. Okay?
And whose fucking fault is that, dum-dum?
I don't know, but you're the one that's fixing it. And all going well, that makes it work.